Hot take, I think that playing video games is honestly more productive than doom scrolling. And I'll tell you why. Take it from me, a really big procrastinator. Now, during high school, I mostly turned in things an hour before due date on the infamous 11:59 due date. It's been a recurring thing for me many times. Not even just homework, I procrastinated sleep for a lot of my life. It's been years since I've had a good night's sleep. And gosh, that sounds horrible. And it is. I'm trying to fix it because I'm stuck in art block and I think I need sleep in art blocks. So yeah, it's a must fix. But let's get back to the real topic at hand, video games. I've been playing video games. I'm a video gamer. I mostly procrastinate using video games. And another form of procrastination I also engage in is, doom scrolling. It's very normalized. My first year orientation at college, we were in a room with a bunch of other students, and the higher ups were like, okay y'all, so what do you guys do for fun? Introduce yourselves. And someone was like, I don't have any hobbies, I just doom scroll. And that really put it into perspective for me, because I don't know how other people think about doom scrolling, but it genuinely hurts my brain. I'm probably getting old in the sense that my eyes don't like looking at a small ass screen, but just doom scrolling for that long actually hurts me. Not even just physically, but mentally I feel worse because I don't have control of my brain, and that feels horrible and awful. Typically when we doom scroll, we use it in order to escape reality and to not use any energy. But if video gaming takes energy, why am I yapping all this yap? Well, both give you dopamine, and the whole goal of doom scrolling, as we know, is to have dopamine, chuckle and giggle a little bit. But I think that if you're going to doom scroll, you might as well play a video game instead. Typically, we doom scroll in order to turn off our brain while gaining small bits of dopamine every single scroll, right? Okay, but for video games, we also play it for the same purpose. So why is doom scrolling more popular? Well, there's an easy answer to that. They're way more addictive and lucrative. But when you play video games, you're waking up to a greater amount of dopamine. You play bits of a game in order to accomplish smaller tasks to probably work on a bigger task in a video game or a bigger accomplishment, like finishing a big Minecraft base or getting a really great item. In the case of dopamine, you're just scrolling to scroll. You're just scrolling for a little piece of dopamine, but in a video game, you're working towards a bigger piece of a goal, or dopamine, as we could say, because doing great things makes you happy. And at that point, wouldn't you rather do something greater in a virtual space than like doom scroll? And it's not to say that video games aren't lucrative and addicting as well, because they definitely are, especially if you're into gacha games or gambling type games. Those things are pretty tough to get yourself out of if you are stuck in a loop of video gaming all day, especially for people who play games like League or Valorant, where you keep on queuing and you keep on losing, but you keep on queuing. I've definitely been a victim to that as a TFT player, where I just keep on queuing a game and I keep on losing. But even though I lose in TFT sometimes, and that could be argued as unproductive, it actually is productive for me because I'm actually learning from losing. Every time I lose in TFT, I realize I made a huge mistake in my gameplay, in my strategy, and this is how I can improve it. And that's why I think it's way more productive, because you're always going to do something in a video game, even if it's not necessarily progression. Something always will happen. And that's the thing with video games. Things actually happen when you play video games, and when you're doom scrolling, nothing really happens. As I said before, I'm a really big procrastinator, and typical methods such as the Pomodoro method, where you study in increments and have break in increments, have never actually worked for me. And here's how I've amended my study methods using video games as a form of a break. Stereotypically, smart people are stereotyped as people who study for long amounts of time, for like whole hours, and that is seen as productive. And we're always wanting to seem more productive, be more productive, capitalism, me need money, blah blah blah. But studying for that long has never really worked for me, and it's mostly because I can't keep my focus for that long. And this is where video games come in. Basically, I will study as long as possible before my brain starts to shut down and not be able to focus. In that case, I will purposely pick up my phone and play a video game for a bit, I will log into my dailies for a game, do some quick things, and then hop back off when I actually feel rejuvenated. Because think about this, if your brain is already stressed and unable to focus, what makes you think that pushing it further will be able to make it work? Because I've tried to make it work. I've tried to force myself past my stress and study past that, but it just won't work. I won't retain any information. It's a no-go. And when I pick up a video game or take some form of break, a productive break that actually continues to use my brain, I'm able to rejuvenate, re-heal, and then go back to my studying. And honestly, that's what I do when there's a lot of homework. I will bounce up between breaks and just working the whole day. And it's not to say I don't like actually working, surprise, surprise, even though I'm talking all this glaze about video games, I do actually like doing work. It's just that sometimes when I get stuck, I don't feel as inclined to keep on trying because I'm already at like a struggling point, and so it's really hard for me to continue. But when I'm able to take a break, de-stress while using all my brain still, it's easier for me to actually get back into the groove of things. And I'm not gonna act like I'm really good at not doom scrolling because unfortunately it's everywhere. Short form media, short form content is just a tab away from long form content on YouTube, and it always gets me stuck there. But when I actually am able to turn on my brain and realize, shit, I'm doom scrolling, I try to turn it off and pivot because it's a waste of my time, honestly. And you can feel however you want about short form content, but I never want to have too many hours on just scrolling because there are many more things. If you just put a bit of your time into things that are actually productive, you will get them done eventually. For example, you do 1 hour of this a day, you'll get better at it within a week's or a month's time because you've put in a lot of hours just from spending 1 hour a day. So if you put that 1 hour you're wasting into doom scrolling on something else that you actually want to accomplish, it will surely happen. So yeah. And if you stayed this long for my yap about glazing video games, thank you. And I'll briefly talk about this, but YouTube has recently upped the video watch hours from 4K to 8K for the monetary threshold. So if you could be very kind as to consider subscribing and drop a like, that'd be very much appreciated. And YouTube has also been showing my videos to 10-year-olds. So if you are not 10 years old, please interact and comment. Thank you, because I think I've done it in this video, but I have cursed in this video. I cursed in other videos. I don't want 10-year-olds seeing this. 10-year-olds out of here. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I'm still in art block. That's why the footage is low-key booty cheeks, but I hope I can escape. I hope. I really hope, man. Okay, goodbye everyone.